was awesome. I was back home in Australia for the full time. So yeah, it's summer in Oz at the moment. So
jealous.
Beach every day, bit of training on the beach as well. So yeah, no, it was really good. Obviously to spend time with family as well and reset for a massive year. So yeah, it was good.
Preseason next year down there?
Hey,
Preseason
I've
next
been
year?
telling them. I've been telling them.
Yeah.
You let me know and I can organise something good. So it'll be summer as well. It'll be perfect. I would absolutely love that.
You came in midway through last season, and then so as you kind of went into the off season and now preparing for your first full season, what's kind of your mindset as far as things you'd like to improve upon and your approach to kind of your first full year here in Utah?
To be honest, it wasn't too much that I thought of things that I needed to improve on. I just think it's massive to get a pre-season. Obviously, joining last year at the time I did was it's never easy. Coming off an off season as well. Adapting, things like that, new city, new country. But I think it still went pretty well. Minutes for me were not too bad. Did dry up a little bit at the end, but I mean, I think that's football. But yeah, for me now, just getting that full pre-season in and sort of showing from the start what I can do, I think it's going to be really important.
Do you feel like you learned anything by coming in kind of midway through the year last year, sort of got your feet under you, and did it make you maybe more prepared for preseason and then into 2025?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think if I was to come here now, of not coming, like knowing at all, it's always a bit more difficult. I obviously know the boys, I know the way we want to play, I know the coaches, and I know the city. Like I've got my apartment and stuff, so it's not really a transition. It's more so when I came back here, it was just get back into what I already knew. So yeah, I think definitely it helped massively. This doesn't feel like a place that's new to me anymore. I know I've only been here a couple months, but I'm a type of guy that likes to adapt quickly anyway, so yeah, when I came back it just felt pretty normal coming back into something that I already knew, so yeah.
There's probably a million answers to this question because you're 23 years old, so you're still kind of growing into your game and everything. But do you feel like there's another layer of your game that maybe fans can expect from you this year, kind of some stuff that you didn't necessarily get to demonstrate as much last year just because of the new league, the travel, the kind of getting used to a new continent, all that stuff?
I think with the type of player that I am, it's pretty obvious what you're going to get, but I just hope this year you'll get to see more and maybe a few more goals and stuff like that as well. So that's obviously the most important part of my position, is scoring goals and making assists. So I think, yeah, like I said, with the pre-season it does make such a difference, and hopefully that's something that I can get better on throughout the year as well. So yeah.
You mentioned the goals there. Obviously, the team loses some goals with Chicho moving on. What is this team's approach in these first few days of preseason to going about replacing those goals, I guess?
I think we've got a good enough squad as it is now. Chicho was unreal, obviously, with the goals as well, but I think with the way that we want to play and the type of club that we are, I think we definitely have the boys here to do it. It's just, yeah, this pre-season is going to be massive for us, and really nailing down the small things, and that is, scoring goals. It's something that, maybe to fans seems easy when they're playing FIFA and you're scoring every game, but it's not easy in the game. So, yeah, that's something that we're definitely going to be working on this pre-season, and I think it's gelling with your attackers as well. That'll go a long way for sure.
It's been all like 3 days, so it's probably a little bit unfair to ask, but what kind of stands out about this group as you're kind of getting in here and seeing the guys and just kind of reigniting those connections and whatnot? What kind of stands out this preseason?
Something that I think we're definitely focusing on, and something that we have identified, is just creating a culture within the club, and really having that family orientated thing, which I think is massive. I mean, a club like RSL, which is maybe not known to have players that Miami get and LA get, I think it's really important to have a club that just has pretty much like a band of brothers that want to work for each other, fight for each other. I think that goes such a long way in a season, and really is the difference between us and maybe those other clubs that do have the big dog players or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that's something that within this group, and even in the first 3 days, like you said, the culture that we're setting, and something that I think we are trying to do, is really have that be a main focus. And like you said, that in a year-long season is massive. We spend more time with each other than we do with our families. I mean, I don't have a family here, so I spend no time, but the guys that have families here, they're seeing me more than they're seeing their kids. So you need to have that family culture about it, because otherwise it sometimes can become lost. But yeah, that's something we're going to focus on for sure, I think.
I've heard that some of those cafeteria jaunts with the boys can get a little bit rowdy every now and then, just kind of joking and laughing at one another and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Any food fights starting? Or?
No food fights. No food fights. No. But yeah, I mean that's what it's about, playing football. It's one of the best parts is, you make friends for life in this game, and people go, like even Crooksy leaving. A lot of the boys that were upset about that, especially me. I've got to find someone else to go for coffee with, which is a shame. But things like that. So yeah, you need to build those relationships and have a good banter and a good feeling around the squad.
Last question for me, I guess, would be the continental competition, Kickoff. I think it's 4 weeks from yesterday, or maybe 4.5, whatever. But what does that kind of trophy opportunity mean to you and the boys in the locker room?
I think it's massive. Any time where you can get more games and there's things to win, it's just another level of something that we look forward to. Going to places that for sure I've never been to in my life is also another great thing about it. But yeah, it's just more games and something for us to fight for, and I think that's the best part about it really, is you have another thing that you can strive towards. And we've got a lot to look forward to this year, like you said, with the CONCACAF and stuff. So yeah, I think the boys are really excited about it, and yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that we want to go all the way in that competition as well. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Looking at the schedule with that, if we make a run and we succeed, we're basically playing games every Wednesday and Saturday for first few months of the season. You like that as a player? Fewer training sessions, a lot more games?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Obviously more game time, and it gives players opportunities to do stuff when maybe they couldn't, as well. So it keeps the squad a healthy competition as well. And yeah, more games, more time away, more places to go. For me, it's the best part about football. So yeah, awesome. Soccer.
You call it football.
Soccer.
Yeah, you have to say soccer with an American accent.
Yeah,
Have to.
we'll definitely love it.
Have to.
That's good.
Thanks, man.
No worries.